At some point, I feel like you have to start to be accountable and responsible for your participation in your life. Meaning that by now you will know that you're divine beings. You know that you're infinite. At some point, you have to want that and to choose that. Meaning that when you begin to identify as the mind or as the emotions or as the body or as a circumstance, you have to get to a place where you just stop. You already know how that ends. You've already walked down that path. You've already been down that road. You don't have to keep doing it for another moment longer. And what's happening now is everything that you need is inherently present within you. Now we just have to reinforce that over and over again until it becomes more valuable to you than what's familiar. Because I'm just going to tell you the truth. What's familiar in your life actually isn't all that great. Just being honest. I mean, I love you. Yeah, we're not going to waste time. What's familiar in your life actually isn't that great. You've done that. You've mastered it. You know how to do that. Your potential resides in the unknown. Your potential resides in that which you're unwilling to access, which you're afraid to access. But that's exactly where you have to go, because that's where the possibility is. That's where the potential is. So then now, in every moment, it's consciously choosing. Am I going to continue to identify with these feelings and get lost in them? Or am I going to remember that I'm simply having the experience of an emotion? Because the truth is, by now you all know that you are simply just having the experience of an emotion. You're having the experience of your mind. You're having the experience of your body. You're having the experience of whatever's going on in your life, but it's not happening to you. So personalization is a choice. You can choose to make it about you. You can choose to make yourself wrong. You can choose to continue to slide down that chute for the rest of your days, and that's fine. But at least that way you're choosing it. Or you can stop. You can love yourself enough to stop by becoming aware of the fact that you're doing it. Becoming aware of what you're going through. Becoming aware of yourself. Oh, here I go again. I'm identifying with an emotion. I'm identifying with a thought or a belief. I'm identifying with something in my body. I'm identifying with something in my life. And I'm making this real. And I'm making it the truth. And it isn't. So we have to get off of the hamster wheel. And we get off the hamster wheel by continuing to become aware of ourselves. You have to continue to become aware of yourself. You have to continue to become aware of yourself. And it's living in that awareness of self. Once you're fully aware of yourself, you're no longer limited in any way. None. You're no longer limited. And this is where the freedom comes from. And this is where we all are now. You've got to get to a place where you recognize, hey, wait a minute, I'm still identifying with my emotions, with my mind, with my story, with what's happening in my body, with what's happening in my life, and I'm making it real. I'm making it the truth. When it isn't. When it isn't. And every single one of you, whether you're new to me, or whether you've been here now since the beginning of Call to Calm, whether you've been in the activations, you've all experienced yourselves as more than your identity, as more than your story, as more than your mind, as more than your feelings. Every single one of you has experienced the transcendent nature of who you really are. That's why you keep coming back. Otherwise you wouldn't be here.